What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
Chris Abacon.
What's going on, everybody?
And Daniel Acevedo.
How's it going, guys?
What's going on? So welcome to Friday's episode. So Monday and Tuesday are topics, Wednesday discussion, Thursdays Ask a CISSP, where I do interviews with people who are doing great things within the field. And then Fridays is the everything else episode. So very little cyber here, just mostly movies, books, games, all that pop culture stuff. But without further ado, I'll give it to Shannon.
Man, you know, it was not a lot going on this week. Still watching Modern Family with the wife. Like, I love that show, man. It's a good watch for those that haven't done it. So I'll tell you this. I don't know why I talked myself into it, but like I had given up on Madden there for a little while, but I was feeling myself, you know, because my Penn State boys were winning. You know what I mean? My Ravens were winning. I was like, let me throw this game back on again. I'm gonna tell you something. If I ever see one of these developers in the street, I'm putting hands on them. Like, there's no way this game.
Mark your days. Was it Tiburon? Tiburon is the studio who does Madden within EA. I think it's Tiburon, like the shark. You're here in Florida. You can come down here and pay them.
Hey, look, I'm buying my ticket today. Like, this is. It shouldn't be like this, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, there's no way. Like, Bryce Young should be throwing for 350 yards on me. You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid stuff like that. It's just like I watch the replay and I'm like, wait a minute. I picked the play that has coverage there, and then when you look at like the player, they just stand there, like they don't move or anything, and it's just like, who does this? Like, even a real player is gonna make a false step somewhere, do something wrong. Don't just stand there and let them run by you and then start running after them. Like, don't do stuff like this, right? Like, it's dumb. You can only control one person at a time on the field, and that's not the one, right? Like, It's crazy, man. Like, it's just ridiculous. I want to put hands on them. I do. I won't. I'll put it out there, right? Because this will be the recording that comes out if something should happen to one of those guys, right? It's like following the Tesla guy. This is where they'll get the information. Ryan, you can give it to them if they send a warrant. It's fine, right? Like, I can defend myself. But it's like I don't get it, man. Like, this is just crazy to me. I'm just like, you should be better than this, but. Yeah, not a lot of TV watching. I got some days off, spent some time with the family. I've been rearranging some stuff in the house, moved my youngest daughter's room. She wanted a different room other than the one she has. I think it's because my wife, before we had her, we had this like this big sticker that's like a tree on her wall, and it's got like cherry blossoms on it. It's a really nice thing, and my wife loves it. Yeah, but my daughter, she's 7 now, and she's like, I don't want the tree anymore. You know what I mean? So she like. My wife is like, I don't want to take it off the wall. I'm like, all right, I'll just move her room to the toy room, and we'll make the toy room this room so she doesn't have to see it every day. Like, we'll just do that. That's fine, right? So I've just been moving some stuff. Yeah, as pretty much my week. Nothing to write home about. No movies, books, games, really, to speak of. But Daniel, how about you, man? What's been going on with you?
It's been good. It was a slow week at work, but the first couple of days was really busy, which is really weird. I've never worked for the military branch that I'm working for, so I'm used to how our work is in the Christmas season, which is a lot less busy, but I'm working for our ship repair facility section, so they tend to be pretty busy because they try to get everything done before the holiday, and then at the holiday it is chill. So I'm hoping the beginning of the year is a little bit chiller, but I was boss, I'm tired. Like, I had a rough December. It was a lot, and then like very few days off, which I've never had either. So I was like, oh, is this how everybody works that doesn't have a lot of days off? It sucks. I need to like hit the lottery. What is it, 1 billion? Like, I need to do something. I need a side hustle. I need 3 side hustles. I need to switch it up because I don't know. I'm gonna get burnt out pretty quick. But all joking aside, like, work is pretty chill. Like, the people I work with is awesome. The work I'm doing is fun, so at least I'm engaged and it's nice. Books. So actually, I didn't watch a lot of like media. I did read a couple of mangas. I don't know why I started reading Chainsaw Man. I think it's because the new season's gonna come out. So I was like, you know what? I haven't read anything in a while, so I decided to read that. And then it's a lot shorter than I thought it was gonna be. And then I read the arc that's gonna come out, and then I just read the rest of it. And it was good up until the end, which really pissed me off. It's almost like, so there's one character in there that's like really overpowered, and then at the end they explain the powers, but then they kind of explain like how she can't lose, but then they beat her, and it didn't make sense. I don't know if the writer had a fever dream and just ended the series. Like, I need to like go back into figuring out like how it ended and why it ended the way it did to kind of make sense of the choices he made, because it doesn't make sense. So like, this person can't lose these ways, and then they beat the person, and I was like, how did they beat her? Like, how did they beat the person? It doesn't make any sense at all. I was kind of pissed off.
So that's what's good about the anime adaptations of mangas, though. Like if they want to do over, they get it right. They can just make some edits on the anime.
Yeah.
So Ryan, I know you're all for that because your whole thing is Superman is too powerful, right? Like he's too powerful. Like nobody can beat him. Like
that's overpowered.
Okay, but you're like, I can't stand Superman because nobody can beat him. Like everybody can be defeated by magic, right? That shouldn't be his weakness. Everybody can be defeated by magic.
Yeah, like, oh, magic can like who does magic not work on?
Yeah,
Constantine.
Oh,
yeah. Anyone?
I think Superman is very overpowered, but at least he
has Superman. No? He's like he's supposed to be
right. But in the comic book, when he started out, he was just he was beating up like legitimately. I remember a panel of him fighting the Ku Klux Klan for whatever reason. He was fighting the KKK, and five dudes in hoods was whooping on him, right? Because he's Superman. Like he's not overpowered. He's better than regular people. Like who could have took on 3 Klansmen, he could take on 5, right? now he can just flick you into the sun. Like he just keeps getting more and more powerful.
He's like the Goku. He is literally the Goku of the comic book world. He's supposed to be.
But Goku, the difference is Goku has had to build up to whatever Super Saiyan level is now, right? Like Goku went through arcs where he got his ass beat by Frieza. He got his ass beat by Cell.
Right. Superman dies. Like Doomsday puts his hands on him, and he's had other times where he's been like pushed, but he's still. I don't even know. He's a little overpowered now. Like I'm not really good at the verse and like all the comic book arcs and stuff like that. But I know now he like can fly up into the sun and sun dip, like literally like touch the sun and get more powerful, and then come back down and go crazy. And his dog can do it too. Which, you guys saw the trailers, right? Like,
honestly, it looks pretty fun. It looks pretty cool.
The movie looks like it's going to be pretty good, but they're doing a lot. Like, I saw the trailer and I was like, there's like 7 different like storylines going on in this movie.
So they say 2.5 hours is the runtime. It's going to be a long movie.
It can be good or bad.
With no origin story. So he's saying 2.5 hours, no origin story. We don't have to see it again.
We don't need
to see it. Thank you. I was going to say, do we need an origin story? Like, honestly, like if the other generation needs just to Google some stuff, watch a YouTube video. Seriously, Superman's been around forever.
Same with like Spider-Man. Like, how many times have I had to see Peter Parker's dad die? Like, nobody cares at this point.
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Bro. We know Uncle Ben's dead, and that's why you're doing this, and it's your fault.
So remember when they did the Tom Holland one, they didn't go into all that, right? Because they kind of
just skipped right over it.
Yeah, they skipped right over it, and he was already introduced.
When's the new Avengers thing that Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Doomsday or like Doctor Doom? Is it Doctor Doom? He's going to be?
Yeah, it'd be Doctor Doom.
Yeah, when is that coming out?
I don't know. I'll look it up while you guys banter.
Supposedly, like I was looking at the cast that they're trying to do the cast members, like, and they were throwing out like the evil Avengers or like the people that are going to be with him. And I was like, I have hopes for this one a little bit. I don't know. I feel like this one's finally going to be good.
It's targeted May 1st, 2026.
Well, there we go. Yeah,
sooner than 2027, I guess.
Because Marvel's been
followed by Avengers: Secret Wars, May 7th, 2027. So they're gonna drop them year after year, kind of like they did Endgame. All these are going to tie into each other. Like they're actually trying to get back to a phased approach.
So did you guys watch Craven? I didn't see it yet. I didn't even know what it was, and then I saw a trailer. I was like, oh, I didn't realize this was a Marvel thing. Oh, you're shaking your head like, no, it's that bad.
I haven't seen it. I got a coworker that saw it, and when I asked him about it, like if anybody starts out and they're like, well, I'm like, okay, it's not good. Like, you're trying to find something, right? Like
you gotta be defended. It's okay.
Sony is just not good with anything outside of Sony in general is a conglomerate. Like they do amazing things. Sony's MCU, the Sony MCU verse is not good. Like they need Marvel's help every time they make one of these movies. Because Madam Web was terrible. Craven was terrible. Morbius was terrible. Like they're trying to build up to the Sinister 7 or 6 or whatever.
Venom. the Venom.
Venom
I don't want
is
to.
just
Yeah,
start out
yeah,
good and they just terrible
yeah.
now.
I don't want to
So
spiral us into like a long conversation. How much time do we got, Ryan? Before I go down this rabbit hole,
we got a few, we got a little bit.
what is your thoughts on like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
I like
So
him.
I have a
He's a,
buddy.
he's
I have
a,
a buddy.
he's a
He
endearing. He's not my favorite though.
I hate it, but I have a buddy that he swears. I'm not a big fan of him. I have a friend. He swears like Spider-Man 2. The one that has upside down kiss. Yeah, that he does like that one's probably one of the best superhero movies of all time. And I just
That's
don't like.
nostalgia talking. He is nostalgic for that movie.
Yeah, I like and what's the other guy?
Yeah,
Not
Andrew
the.
Garfield.
I like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man a lot.
I
And not
think
a lot of people like the Amazing Spider-Man one. That's the thing. Not a lot
Yeah.
of people like that one.
I think
I
it's
don't think it was
that's
his
the
fault, though,
consequence.
like-
Yeah, it's the plot's fault. I think it's
Yeah,
the
it was the
pacing
plot.
of the plot. Maybe Jamie
Yep,
Foxx's
yep.
fault. Just kidding.
We're all in multiverse.
Home? No Way Home? No Way Home was amazing. Like that.
Was it No
That's
Way Home?
No Way Home. Yeah,
No Way Home. Okay.
probably the best Spider-Man. Yeah, that one's amazing. I've
They
watched
were
a
like,
bunch.
"Hey, we're gonna give you all the Spider-Mans and
Mm.
all the villains, and we're gonna make it a compelling story, right? That's
Yep.
hopefully will feed into the not Doomsday, Secret War. Like hopefully,
Secret Wars.
because they can still tap the multiverse and do all that multiversal stuff.
Yep.
You got multiple Spider-Mans.
Yep, it's
Like
gonna be
you
fun.
can, I think in Marvel we trust, right? So I think like because we were like, they bring back Robert Downey Jr., they bring back Chris Evans, like they're struggling. Yes, to a certain extent, but I think that they can tap the well, like with having the No Way Home and having the Deadpool and Wolverine. Like I think they have a good formula now. Like, hey,
Yes.
we can't necessarily give you a Thanos type delivery, but we can tap into the feels with. You can have, like all these random characters that you always wanted to see.
So you don't think
On the screen.
bringing back Robert Downey Jr. is them trying to tap into like the Thanos like super
It is.
villain type
I
thing?
think it's desperation. To be honest
Yeah.
with you,
I don't think
it
they
is.
can
Really?
ever. I don't think they can
I
ever do
think
a-
so.
a
They don't
phase-
have
phase
Marvel
one.
does not have the popularity that it did during the Endgame, or at least the Thanos
Never.
timeline. I don't think
Yeah.
it ever will. So they're trying to
No.
get some type of semblance of. If you just look at the numbers, box office ratings on Disney Plus, they're way down on the profitability standpoint, right? It's just the way it is. They got it
From streaming, from like the media perspective, but like games and memorabilia and toys and these kind of things, like I
Yeah,
feel like the
some
numbers are
always
probably
help.
fine, but their projections on what the product could be probably is not where they would like it to be now in 2025.
Yeah.
So I think it is a push to try to get some of that back. But I'm all for it. Bring back Robert Downey Jr., bring back Chris
Yeah, I mean,
Evans.
as long as they can, give us a compelling story that doesn't.
Yeah, something good.
Like that last Doctor Strange movie just felt so like, I don't know. It felt like put together by a 10-year-old. Like, oh, this
Which one?
is
The Scarlet Witch? The one with
let's
Scarlet
write
Witch?
an inconvenience thing
So-
here,
so
so that we can do
again-
something. Like, I'm just that stuff's annoying, right?
So,
Too old
so
for that.
if you like Sam Raimi though, like people that like Sam Raimi like that.
I did
one,
enjoy it.
So-
But
I liked
will
it.
give you this.
Yeah.
I have never watched it again though. So
Me
like I
neither.
used to
There
do
you
the
go.
Yeah.
usually do the marathon. I haven't marathoned it. It's not been in my marathon. I've been watching
Yeah.
some of the older ones. So like that first phase was immaculate. Like that first
It was.
10-year run. I just don't think they can do it again. Like,
I agree. Yeah.
but they can make it fun and keep
It's
making billions of
crazy.
dollars.
They should be able to do it though, because there's how many comic books are there? How many different like arc lines are there? Like, and if they can get and they have the rights to the X-Men already, right? So they have the mutant stuff. There is so much they can do, but it's like they don't want to follow the formula that exists already. They want to like do new stuff, and it's just not working out for them. I don't know why. Even like you
I
guys
just don't know.
you liked Wolverine and versus Deadpool a little bit more than I did. I still have a problem with the story, not with the movie. I feel like the story wasn't that great. The movie was fun to watch. I'd probably even watch it again. But like who the bad guy was and the choices they made for the movie, if I was making it, I would have made a very different selection there to tie it into the rest of the MCU going forward. But I don't know why they didn't make those choices. So I'm hoping whatever they decide to do for 2026 and 2027, like leaves me satisfied. But what they've done after Endgame, it has been pretty lackluster
Well, they
in a lot of ways.
What's the Captain America one's coming out in like 2 months, right? February.
Yeah, so that I'll watch it. I don't have high
New
hopes for
World
that one. I have zero expectations for that one. I haven't even watched any trailers. I'll go watch
Yeah.
it, so hopefully it shatters like my
You're
expectations.
just coming in without any preconceived.
Blank slate.
So my thing is like, there's only been one quote unquote bad Captain America, which was the first one. Like Captain America's always come through.
I've
So
liked
like
even the first one. I like them all.
the Iron Man to me, in my opinion, right? Like so, because everybody is so high on Iron Man, I love Robert Downey Jr. The first Iron Man was the best, and then they started to drop off from there.
Oh yeah,
I
horribly.
think Captain America did the opposite. Like the first Captain America was meh, and then Winter Soldier and all the other ones
Winter
were
Soldier was the best.
fire. So I think they're going opposite directions.
Yeah, Winter Soldier is probably
My opinion.
arguably the best Marvel movie, standalone Marvel movie. People say
I
say
think
it's
It's really good.
yeah,
I
Yeah, it's
think
really
it
good.
is. Besides, Infinity War is my favorite Marvel movie,
yeah.
but Endgame. I'm sorry, Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier,
Yeah,
strong second.
Yeah,
it's just so.
I
I
would
know.
agree. I would agree. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I think they have the cast, they have the cash. Is to see what they do with it. Like, because I think if they had gone, I think what tripped them up though was this middle phase where they're trying to get the TV shows popping and working with the movies, and it just did not pan out. Like
Yeah, no, 100%.
She-Hulk was just okay. I wouldn't say horrible. It just didn't really do it for me. Like they nailed the character, but it just didn't. It didn't do it for me.
If she didn't exist in my life, I think I'd be okay. Like if she didn't exist in the MCU, I think that would be fine.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion, like that was not good. And I have these all-star actors. It's just
Yes.
they're not coming up with good. They're not coming up with good plots,
and
right?
and that's really like that's why I'm fearful for this Avengers, because you could have Robert Downey Jr. If the plot sucks, you just wasted Robert Downey Jr. Right.
But I
Yeah.
think it was going somewhere with was it not Anthony Majors? Is it Anthony Majors? Is that the
Yeah, that got
man?
arrested or whatever. Yeah,
I think
I think it was going to be good.
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
It was
Yeah, I think
it was
going
going
good.
somewhere. Yeah, I was saying Anthony Mack, Jonathan Majors. Yeah, but it was going somewhere. I think
Yes.
that could have been good, if not great. But then obviously his real life,
Done
tarnished it.
effed it up. He just messed it up for everybody. I think it was going to be amazing, and then
So it's that reboot and have to rewrite stuff and change and like. So
Yeah.
I honestly don't know if it's gonna be good or not. Like because these things take years to develop and then a year to direct and edit and all that other stuff. I don't know if they can fix it.
So here's
But-
what gets me. Here's what gets me about that. About dropping Kang altogether. Right? You've already introduced the multiverse to where you could have just brought another actor and just been like, "This is
Just
the
rewrote
prime
Kang.
You
Yeah.
could have continued with the same story that seemed like it was going to be.
Yeah.
Good. And here's the thing: I didn't like Quantumania, like the Ant-Man Quantumania,
No,
or
it was
whatever
not
it was.
good.
But like his part in it, I was like, man, okay,
He was the best part.
Yeah.
Yes.
kind of the best.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was the best part of the whole movie. Yeah.
He's
So I don't know.
he's amazing.
And his civil stuff is kind of over now. I think the case was dropped or overturned or something happened.
Something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something changed. So maybe he can come back because Gunn came back, but it's different reasons, right? Gunn was canceled for a different reason. So I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. I don't know what they could do. Like, but I will be there to watch the movies and then critique them harshly.
Yep.
Like
Chris, what you get?
you got my $100, right?
Let me
Take the family to the movies.
let me send it to Chris. Keep going down this rabbit hole. How was your week, Chris?
Well, yeah, so my week was fairly light, like you guys. Is spent time during the New Year's with the family. Nothing crazy. You actually got me thinking about manga, right? So I still follow One Piece, but luckily a chapter did come out like this past week, right? But the next chapter should be coming out sometime in January 14th or something like that. But that's usually, you're more familiar with it. Like Japan has these break periods, right? For I think this week, and then you got like Golden
Yeah,
Week,
right now
right?
they'll come back now. They go back this Monday to work. Everybody goes
there
back
you
to
go.
Monday.
Yeah,
So they've been off for like a week or 10 days. Yeah.
the only time that the manga writers get some breaks, right? Because manga, if you guys aren't aware, like the manga industry is like ruthless in Japan. They're
It
working
is
like
horrible.
70s. Those artists, they're
Yeah.
working constantly to try to meet
No
those
breaks.
demands, right?
Yep.
There's a reason why anime is so amazing. It's because the hardworking Japanese, writers that write these stories, and then same thing with the animes, right? The artists. But anyway, you got me thinking about rereading. Because you guys familiar with Hunter x Hunter, X
Yes.
Hunter? Yeah, so that manga ended, rather the anime ended a long time ago, right? But the manga writer Togashi, he went on a long hiatus, right? And then there's this new arc that came
Started
out.
now.
Started, but it started like a few years ago, and
Yep.
I
He took a break from that.
Yeah, I kind of want to come back and read it, but then he's gonna take another hiatus, so it's like, do I really want to start? Right?
Yeah.
Because he's coming back and he's releasing chapters on like a sometimes monthly basis, right?
He's a
But
weird dude.
say
He's a
again?
weird, he's a weird dude. He like
Yeah,
take breaks to play video games. Like a new what's the game he likes a lot? It's like Dragon something. Some kind of like RPG.
Dragon
Oh,
Warrior, Dragon Quest, or something like that.
Dragon Quest, yeah. He's like a huge Dragon Quest fan, so whenever Dragon Quest would come out, he just stopped writing and doing art
yeah,
and he just like play Dragon Quest for months on end. And then whenever he was like satisfied, then he go back to writing.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, thinking about reading that, it's crazy. And the thing is, I looked at one of the chapters, like the first chapter, and there's so much text in it.
Yeah,
I'm like, am I reading a book or as a manga, right? But yeah, he's got really complex. He's creating a lot of complex like power systems. You know, like in anime, every
Yeah.
anime has got like its own power system, right? But his are, I would say, Nen and how he's implementing it's the most complex power system in period. I think it's up there.
It's crazy. He's a good storyteller. Like he world builds like really cool, and like he's got intricate worlds. Like no one's like a really the main character of his stories,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
he's able to like pull anybody and kind of make them the focal point of a story or of an arc. And then he's doing like really complex like political systems and like trade systems within his thing. Like, he's like all over the place, but that's why there's so much text. It's like it hurts your eyes
Yeah, exactly.
to read it.
Other than the manga end, right? Been watching a lot of football. Minnesota has been doing well. We beat the Packers. I know I had anxiety about it last time because I always think we're gonna lose, but now we've got the division on the line, and this is gonna be a tough game, right?
Actually, I think you got the number 1 seed overall on the line, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think if you beat
This
Detroit,
is it,
it's
man.
number 1 overall in the NFC. Yeah,
Exactly. This is a crazy game, but shout out to the Penn State, right? The Lions. Hopefully, you guys pull through. I think honestly, the college football is even crazier. I think it's just Georgia losing.
I would rather
Oregon was trash. No, like they shouldn't have been number 1 in the first place, right? Let's be real. But yeah,
they were undefeated, man. Like they were undefeated in a Power 5 conference. So like
that's true. They were exposed.
Yeah.
Right. But that's why we have a playoff system, right? Because like I think like having them go through a national championship game like would have been a travesty. So the playoff system's good. I mean that means like teams like Penn State or the historically good teams are going to start winning again. So other than that, not too much else. Looking forward to some football, sports, and hanging out.
That's what's up. So I'll keep mine quick because I kind of bled into a lot of it with the Marvel stuff, right? People have heard my voice enough. Plus, I'm starting to lose it. So I think I really am coming down with something. I'm starting to lose my voice. So a lot of Call of Duty. Like I've not played Call of Duty like this in 11 years. Last Call of Duty I played through, and I am addicted. But I also don't have the fatigue other people have, right? They've been playing for a decade now, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so tired of Call of Duty isms and things of that nature." It's all new to me. This is fun. So I would say if you get tired of something, take a decade off and then come back, and maybe if it's still around, maybe you'll love it. Like I'm having a blast. I've been playing it nonstop to the point where I'm like,
multiplayer or zombies or what?
multiplayer. Yeah,
Really?
I'm not good. I'm just having fun, like unlocking stuff. It's like Vegas, right? Like bars are filling up and meters are leveling up weapons. Like they doing a lot of stuff to make the endorphins pop. So I'm having a blast. And then when I get tired of it, I'll go back to Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. But right now, I like it. So I've been playing with friends and just watching different series. Right, I'm caught up on Silo. It's very slow burn. The second season.
I haven't seen it started yet. Yeah,
it's very slow burn because there's multiple silos now, and I don't want to give anything away. But and then I caught up on Severance, but I cheated. I watched a YouTube video to get me ready for season 2 because it was too slow. And then I was just like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Like I can't wait for season 2.
It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Severance. Which one's that one? I need to watch that one.
It's the one where you're disconnected from work completely.
Yeah, it is very slow. Is being nice. That is one of the slowest shows I've ever seen in my life. It's good.
I loved it.
It's good. Yeah, I liked it a lot too.
Shannon hated it. No,
I haven't seen it, but like I don't understand your guys.
It's not a challenge show. It's not a challenge show. I'm telling you right now, you hate that show.
How is it good if it's slow? Like I don't get it. Like When you say
That's
slow, when
the
you say slow, I take that as I am not enjoying what's going on. I'm waiting for something else. Waiting for something more memorable or
They,
something
the
they
one
drip
better.
thing.
they drip feed you the answers is basically it. Like there's a whole lot of you watching like what the hell is going on, and then you'll get a little nugget. You'll be like, oh okay. Like it's kind of like watching Attack on Titan the second time, right? Like they told you everything you need to know, you just didn't know it.
Didn't
And
realize
then
it.
when you watch it again, you're like, oh man, I should have known this from episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like they
Yeah,
they put it in there. So it's kind of like
yeah.
that. It's like they give you everything, you just don't have a frame of reference to put it all together until they give you a cliffhanger. And you're like, oh,
They
that's
dangle
what they
the
meant.
carrot. They dangle the carrot the whole time, and they do a good job of kind of like keeping your interest for you wanting to like find out what is this thing, why is this happening, like what's the actual thing that's happening behind everything. So
I don't like that anymore because the payoff almost never is worth it for me. Like I'll get to the end and I'm like, I expected something different or I wanted more, and I'm like,
yeah,
I have wasted 10 hours now for these 1 hour episodes.
Yeah,
Where I'm
yeah, I would
like,
definitely stay away from Severance. I'll stay away from Silo, and I would stay away from Sunny. Is another one I've been watching, but we'll talk about that next week because I I have not caught up enough to actually give to formulate a real opinion about it. But that's been pretty much my week. So just excited, new year, new new opportunities and things of that nature for the podcast and for Ram Cyber and all the above. So definitely continue to tune in throughout the week. Monday, Tuesday are topics. Wednesday discussion. Thursdays Ask a CISSP. Then Fridays everything else, movies, books, games, just like this. And yeah. Just look forward to 2025 being a big year for us. Our 2023 stats versus our 2024 stats were a difference of 95%. So we almost doubled our stats. So definitely appreciate you guys listening in. More will be revealed as I get more telemetry, right? Hit up all the websites that go by our name, either the other side of the firewall, the other side of the FW, or Ask a CISSP. Hit me up personally at RYRY Security Guy. That's RYRY Security Guy. You can find me pretty much on all the social media platforms. And where can they find you, Chris?
You can find me on LinkedIn under my name, Chris Abacon. Last name spelled A Bacon.
And you, Daniel?
on LinkedIn under my name, Daniel Acevedo.
There it is. Stay safe. Stay secure.